Alright, so I figured I'd do another Jeep video update. So I've done a lot of work since the last video I put up. So there's some stuff that was missing. I apologize for that. But current status is we got the body off. I've been spending a lot of time degreasing and just getting all the junk off of this frame. We did have to put some new lines. I think I did have that in the last video. I had to replumb some of the oil lines on this thing because it was leaking. They were just old and brittle. And so I got the body off, which was an absolute pain, but it came off. It's got like 12 or so bolts that hold it to the frame. I had to pull the steering off to get it out. So today what I'm going to be doing is just going through, and I'm going to put some Rust-Oleum automotive primer on here and then just spot touch a few spots with the camouflage paint to see how the color comes out. I think this is what I'm going to use. It's relatively cheap. You can spray it right on. I got it at Lowe's for like $7. I'm just going to spray the whole frame by hand since it's, this is a budget rebuild. We're not going to shows or anything with it. We just want to drive it around. There's some spots on here that have some flaking paint that still needs to be, pulled off before I can get this new layer of paint on here. So I'll probably have to do that, a little more scraping. A lot of grease still on the axle housings and the engine, all that stuff. I've tried pressure washing it twice. I've tried using Crud Cutter. I have used dish soap. So what I'm going to do is probably take some Purple Power and some Simple Green and just kind of scrub it down and keep scrubbing at it until I get all the grease off the engine. The frame is pretty much ready to go, other than that loose paint here and there that I'm gonna have to chip off. But I'm gonna go ahead and spray it so we can stop all the surface rust that's occurring on here. Solid frame. There's no through rust or anything like that. It's all seems to be superficial, so that Rust-Oleum should take care of that. So I did run into an issue when I took the body off because all the wiring harness is an absolute mess. I'm gonna have to replace the wiring harness. I've already looked into it. It's gonna cost about $800 to get a new custom built harness for this Jeep. I did run into some issues where I had spark before, couldn't get it started, and now I've got zero spark because when I disconnected the wire, something got in the circuit, got disconnected. So I'm going to attempt today to actually re-get those wires hooked back up just in the meantime so I can get this thing to fire over and run it for maybe 10 or 15 seconds. I don't have the radiator hooked up to it, so I don't want to run it for very long. I'm going to order a new water pump for it. I got a whole list of items on the Kaiser Willys website that I'm going to order. I did add an extra ground strap on here that was actually in a parts box, so it went on here somewhere. Right now it's just tied into the bell housing there and the frame. I ran into a little bit of an issue on this because when I took all the wiring apart, I tried to start it up with the body off of it, and this was actually the path of least resistance for the ground to the chassis. I happen to have it. It's actually the e-brake cable, and I had it touching this clutch pedal here, and it started sparking. And I'm like, okay, so we got a bad ground in here. So that's why we added that extra strap. It actually turns over a lot better now with that extra ground. That's about where we're at with it. It's still going to be a long project. So we're getting there. I did take the drive shafts out. They're in good shape. U-joints are in good shape. I'm going to have to take apart that e-brake there, clean it, and rebuild it because it's got some issues. The fuel pump, I actually found out this actually is the dual action fuel pump that runs the vacuum and the fuel. So I'm actually going to order. I was on a Kaiser Willys Facebook page for this M38 and found out I can actually, that's about $175 if I have it rebuilt to OE spec, which eventually I am going to do. But right now I'm just going to basically throw like a little $25 single fuel pump on there. So I'm going to order that and get that on there just to get it drivable. Still need to get a tap and die, get all these broken off screw heads out. I need to rebuild the axles, all that stuff as well, but one step at a time. So I'm gonna go and slap some Krylon on here, see how this thing works, see how it looks, and I'll pick the video back up here in a few minutes and show you kind of where we're at with the primer and all that. So real quick also, and the garage is an absolute mess, but I wanted to show y'all kind of what this body looks like now it's off. You can see just how bad this rust is in this floor. Now I'm not going to save this body. I know the diehards out there would say save the body and just restore it. But pricing out the pieces and all the panels I'm going to need, plus the equipment to buy it and the time to weld it in, it's just not cost effective. I can actually order in a complete tub from Kaiser Willys for about $2,700. So that's the route we're going to go with it. You can see we've got not a whole lot of rust on the back panel here. Really just superficial stuff. It's still very solid. But this front area where you've got your cross members and all this stuff that go in to hold this and strengthen the body up, I would basically have to replace all that because they are just completely rotted out. It's just no good. And you can see the rust, the penetrating rust actually goes all the way back to where that rear floor portion of the Jeep comes together. So it's just not salvageable. So I am trying to think of what I'd like to do with it as far as like maybe cut the body, like cut the back half off and make like a seat or something out of it, or a wall hanger for the garage or something. But most of that body's just going to be scrapped.